Good evening and welcome to a regularly scheduled meeting of the City of Hartford Common Council. I'd like to call this meeting to order and ask if you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Roll call, Lori.
Mayor and all other persons present except Alderman Kohler and Carroll, who are absent.
Thank you. We have before us the unanimous consent agenda.
Move to approve.
President Heggie to approve, second by Alderperson Turchi.
Motion by Alderperson Hagee, seconded by Alderperson Turchi, approving the following three things on the unanimous consent agenda. The Common Council minutes of January 10th, 2023, authorizing appropriate city officials to transfer the hangar land lease for hangar number 5 at the Hartford Municipal Airport from Angeli Sites to Nicholas Schreiber of Stewartstown, Pennsylvania by assignment of lease. And number 3, accepting the quote from Waterplay Solutions Corp. for the purchase of a new activity tower for the Signacast Aquatic Center at a cost of $61,106.95.
Any comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Communications, Lori?
I have nothing this evening.
Okay, at this time, we do have appearances and citizens' comments. Anybody that would like to come up, any citizen of the city of Hartford is welcome to come up to the podium, state your name and address, and you get 3 glorious minutes.
Hi, I'm Dennis Regan, 595 Fairview Drive. Lived in this area my whole life. Been serving on the Plan Commission for the last 19 years. And in the spring, I'm going to be on the ballot for the 2nd District Alderman. So I just wanted to introduce myself so you guys could put a face to a name. And thank you for your time.
Is that it? Super, thank you very much. Anybody else? Anybody else? Hearing none, we will go to the mayor's report. My only point is this week is to make sure everybody knows that tickets are going around for the March 12th Sunday at the Chandelier Ballroom St. Patrick's dinner from the Lions Club. It's an annual event. I highly recommend everybody consider going. It's a good time. You can buy tickets ahead of time from any Lions member and save $3 from the price at the door. Kids are less than half the adult price, which is a wonderful thing. So please make sure you consider.
You can buy from me too.
Well, yeah, you can. Yes, if you'd like. If you'd like some tickets, you can also purchase them from another person. What's his name?
I'm leaving anyway, so.
Yeah, I know. That would be Kyle Sikora, who's also at the Brood Omen, and I'm sure he'd be happy to send it to you there. A fine establishment. Anyway, if you would please consider that. Just wanted to let everybody know. So circle Sunday, March 12th on your calendar. With that, we have aldermanic requests. President Hagee.
Tomorrow night, the Mid-Moraine will be having a dinner meeting over at what was formerly the Slinger House, and the speaker is going to be Judge Olis. I will be attending along with Chief McFarland, and she'll discuss how different things with the county judge is going. At any rate, the other item on the agenda is discussion of sharing of the county sales tax. That will be on the spring referendum this year. In the April election, there will be a spot to vote in favor of sharing of the state or the county sales tax, a half of the percent that the county gets, of which we get none of it. So that will be in the spring referendum, just so that you're alerted to it, and we'll see how far we've gotten. We're trying to get every community in Washington County to vote in favor of this.
And as a side note, we did have a resolution on that which passed the council unanimously.
Correct. That's all.
Thank you very much. Alderperson Rusniak.
Tomorrow night, while he's over there, I'm going to be tomorrow night is the BID District, Downtown Business Improvement District dinner at the Shower Center. Hope to see some of you guys at that dinner meeting, 6 o'clock.
Yep. Alderperson Turchy.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Alderperson Garza.
Yeah, I'd just like to congratulate the Hartford High School cheer team. This is their first year ever competing in a cheer competition, and then their second competition, they took third place ever. So I just want to make a congratulations to them and their continued competition in the next month.
Thank you, Alderperson Fulham.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Alderperson Sikora.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Alderperson Webb.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. With that, we go to a public hearing. This is a petition for direct annexation by unanimous consent submitted by Donald and David Reagan for approximately 1.36 acres located northeast of the intersection of County Truck Highway K and Shower Drive. I'd like to open the hearing and ask for a reading of the notice.
Please take notice that a public hearing will be held at 7 p.m. or thereafter on January 24th, 2023, in the Common Council chambers at the lower level of City Hall, 109 North Main Street, by the City of Hartford Common Council to consider the following. A petition to annex property to the City of Hartford. The petitioned area consists of tax key number T608600B and contains 59,062 square feet or 1.356 acres. A temporary rezoning to B4 single professional office district will be heard, as well as an amendment of the official map. The purpose of the public hearing is to hear those persons who wish to express their opinions for or against the requested annexation, rezoning, and official map revision. A map and legal description of the parcel can be viewed at the Department of Planning and Zoning by appointment, 109 North Main Street, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., dated this 30th day of December 2022. This was published in the Daily News on December 30th and January 6th, and there were 9 notices sent.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll have explanation of this hearing by our city planner, Justin Drew.
So this property is proposed for annexation so that Vickney and Associates, a certified public accountant firm in the city, would like to purchase it and bring it into the city and develop a 4,000 square foot building on it. I've got some initial plans with room for expansion. They've requested annexation to receive city sewer and water services. We found the petition to be accurate. It coincides with the city boundary on the northeast corner. It's within the city sanitary sewer service area and is consistent with, the proposed use is consistent with the city's smart growth plan. No school service impacts, only minor police and emergency service impacts. As far as evaluation impact, we discussed this at Plan Commission and at the City Town Planning Committee. And we had a little trouble finding a value for the property because it was recently parceled off. And looking at the map in front of you, Lot 1 is the area we're looking at. Lot 2 is the land that the city bought for the second fire station. And because of 2 child parcels were created, there weren't values assigned to them yet. So we did some math, and it turned out we had some bad data. We assumed that the value of Lot 1 would be about $10,000. Found out it's currently valued at more like $78,000. Valuation at build-out, we anticipate being about $530,000, which would generate about $2,900 annually in city taxes. As per state law, the city would be required to pay the town of Hartford town taxes on the property for 5 years, which would be about $875 per year. In your packet, the Department of Administration always makes a finding as to whether an annexation is within the public interest or not. They found that it was. Thought that it was a town island, though. It does not create a town island. When we did the certified survey map for the fire station, we omitted land that is now part of the county right-of-way, so there is a small strip of land for the property just to the north of this property, which is still in the town, so that does not create a town island. Both the Plan Commission and Joint Planning Committee recommended in favor. And there was one more. Oh, as an annexation, and this hasn't come up in a while, but state law requires that 2/3 of the elected members of the board vote in favor for an annexation to go through. So it's not dependent on how many are in attendance that evening. So in order for an annexation to go through in the city of Hartford, it requires at least 6 votes. But staff recommends in favor and can answer any questions.
I just want, sorry.
First, we asked appearances for. So appearances for, moving forward with the direct annexation by unanimous consent of the 1.36 acres off of County Trunk Highway K and Shower Drive. Anybody wishing to appear for, please state your name and address. You get 3 glorious minutes.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Bickney. 1571 Prairie Lane, Hubertus, Wisconsin is our home address. We're at 625 West Sumner Street right now, as far as our business address goes. We've grown. I acquired the business from Don Langenfeld, who owned the business for 25 or 30 years. We've gone from 4 employees. I have 14 now. I'm office sharing because we have no more space, and this just fits with what we're looking for and future expansion as we're growing.
Thank you. Oh, Travis McNee. Wonderful, thank you very much. Anybody else wish to speak for? Please state your name and address.
Good evening, my name is Shane, Shane Johnson. I live 3442 County Road K, the property just to the north of the proposed annexation. I'm not against the property. We've been there 17 years. We're happy that we're going to continue to be in the town of Hartford. Just a suggestion, something maybe for on the record. If there was any way to put some kind of barrier between my property and the proposal, the building, hedges or something, I just want to mention that for the record. You know, we like our privacy, and the dogs might go a little crazy. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. At least you don't have chickens.
I think that came in once.
Yes, okay. Anybody else for? Last call, anybody for? If not, we would go appearances against. Anybody against the unanimous consent submitted for the 1.36 acres on the northeast intersection of County Trunk Highway K and Shower Drive? Anybody against? Last call, anybody against? Hearing none, discussion by council, Alderperson Fulham.
You had mentioned that there was a sliver of the township not creating an island. Is this the property that this gentleman just referred to, just north of there? Is that what you were saying, that it's still within the township before it hits the businesses off of 60?
Correct. He is the balloon on the end of the string if this annexation goes through, but he is not a town island.
Got it. It doesn't violate this smart planning thing that we're talking about?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, thank you. That's all I had, Mayor.
Thank you. Alderperson Rosenberg.
Justin, is there a landscape plan that is submitted as part of this?
The next step is the site plan, which would go to Plan Commission.
Right.
Just received it today. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but
Okay.
I'm not anticipating any problems. I mean, this will be a very quiet office, but certainly a landscape plan would be part of it, and we can make sure that something gets incorporated.
Okay. And one other thing, at your joint planning commission meeting, was that a unanimous approval? Any problem with the town of Hartford?
No, it was unanimous. They don't normally get to vote on those. They're
Right.
just in one section of, or 2 sections of the town, but they did vote unanimously.
Okay, thank you.
President Hagan.
The existing blacktop access, was there some discrepancy with that? Was I reading about a problem with that, or was that actually this sliver of land that we were talking about?
I think that was the sliver of land.
So this existing blacktop, that really has no bearing on this at all?
Correct.
Okay.
Please, Alderperson Fulham.
That's what I was referring to. The sliver of land is not the property to the north?
No, on this map, you can see, I don't know if it'll pop up. Okay, so this is Mr. Johnson's property that's in the town.
Yeah.
And this little line between, right here, is still, will remain in the town and will connect to the town of Hartford parcel below it. So that's what we're seeing is this will be in the city, this will be in the town, and this little sliver will remain in the town.
And
They'll have to plow their own sliver.
Well, yeah, so what's the rationale for that? I don't understand that logic.
Well, it's just legally, we cannot create town islands without the town's permission. And so it's easier to leave a small sliver like that, and it worked
Okay.
especially because the county wanted it as part of K anyway.
All right, so we're fudging a little bit to allow us to do this annexation, is that what I'm understanding?
A tiny bit.
But it's
not-
legal.
But yeah, certainly it's legal, but I mean, sometimes you do have to jump through a hoop or two.
Okay, thanks.
Alderperson Garza.
Yeah, with things that have happened in the past, I'm totally fine with this little sliver. So I'm gonna vote for it, so.
Thank you. Anybody else? Alderperson Webb.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm fine with, I think it's great to have businesses expanding in Hartford and using land in the city, and so I'm all for it.
Seeing no other comments, we'll close the hearing and ask for action on ordinance number 1466, an ordinance annexing the territory to the city of Hartford, Wisconsin.
To suspend the rules.
To suspend the rules. Because it asks for a straight action on that, do we suspend the rules on a hearing?
Because it's an ordinance.
Oh, I understand, but I always wondered that because it didn't ask for that. It asked straight for action on the last number, and that always kind of made me scratch my head. For suspension, with Alderperson Fulop seconding.
Motion by Alderperson Hagee, seconded by Alderperson Fulop to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of for suspension of the rules for proposed ordinance 1466.
For suspension, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Motion to approve, Alderperson Sikora, second by Alderperson Rusniak.
Motion by Alderperson Sikora, seconded by Alderperson Rusniak for the adoption of proposed ordinance 1466.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Next, we have standing committee reports, finance and personnel. Chairman Rusniak.
One item tonight, discussion and consideration of ratification of the 2023 to 2025 WPPA contract. Chief McFarland taking this, or Steve, you taking this?
We can both take it.
We'll both take it.
I'll actually let him talk because I talked the last time and he showed up for no reason.
Chief McFarland.
Save the best for last.
Go right ahead.
Well, thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. Let's just say that the first time having done this as a chief of police, it was a very interesting process. As you can imagine, some of the people that I have now are very young. And as you can also imagine, by what you know about today's workforce, young people want two things. They want time off and they want money, lots of it. And so we had to work through some of those challenges, and I guess thank Steve for helping out with that. He was very easy to work with and helping me through this, and I think coming to an accord that's both good for the city and good for the union. I was able to get some of the concessions that I wanted as a manager as it relates to the time off. Time off has been very difficult in scheduling and trying to curtail some of the overtime costs that we have in the city while still trying to get the job done. I made a proposal. It was scaled back slightly, but I think within the parameters of something that will work for us. So I think in the end, we got what we wanted, and so did they, which is the way it's supposed to work.
Any questions or comments for Chief? I assume all of you read it page by page? Item by item, red item by red item. A lot of that stuff was outlined in red. Pay raise amounted to what, 322?
There's 3 years, it's a 3-year contract,
Right.
so it's 3, 3, 2, and 1, which is an effective 3 then going into that 4th year. So 3 the first year, 3% the next year, and a 2-1. A lot of that work was done by the city administrator. A lot of comparables were considered, a lot of comparables, and they were coming in over time, almost right down to the very last conversation we had. And so we knew we were exactly where we needed to be on these numbers.
We look at the 16 communities primarily in southeastern Wisconsin that are comparable to us. And we look at those communities that basically have the ability to pay, so their total assessed value is relatively close to us. Their population is close to us. The amount of staff they have is close to us. And so we take a look at those 16, there's a matrix that we created, and then there's 16 communities in which we then look after as to what their contract looks like moving forward to 23, 24, and 25. And I was probably more of a stickler of the details and making sure that we didn't go well over what everybody else is doing. The important thing is that we are competitive. I don't have to be the highest paid place. And I do take into consideration their benefit package. And there is a numerical, figure for what their benefit package is for all of our staff. And we look at that, we look at pay and the total compensation that we offered them, and we're able to agree with them. Again, we'll continue to keep them, again, competitive in the region. We don't have a lot of turnover for people leaving to go to other jobs for higher pay or benefits. We have people leaving for retirements, but we don't have a lot of people who leave for those reasons, for pay and benefits. So I'm very comfortable with where we ended up. And I'm very comfortable with the fact of we have to look forward to saying in 3 years from now, we're going to be able to afford what we have bargained to. And I think very clearly that we will be able to.
Any other questions? Not back to you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Would look for a motion to approve the ratification of the 2023-2025 WPPA contract for our fine police officers. Alderperson Fulop, second by Alderperson Turchi.
Motion by Alderperson Fulop, seconded by Alderperson Turchi, approving the 2023 to 2025 WPPA contract.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. And with that, in a very quick time, so we can all rush back and watch Governor Easter's State of the State address, for adjournment. Alderperson Sikora, second by Alderperson Fulop. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We stand adjourned. Thank you.